Welcome, cartel members, Anons, Facebook friends, Twitter followers, random YouTube viewer, BitChute viewer, TikToker, Redditor, GLPer, 4chaner, anybody else that might be watching. Thanks for joining me. My name is Julio. I am the Theorizing Theorist, and today we're going to be going over the Truckee cult and the comment section in that video. If you don't know, that is where all the magic is happening. All the fun and tidbits of information are coming out, at least for y'all. For me, I got other avenues, of course. I have access, thankfully, to all of you guys, and I get all of your DMs and emails and whatnot. But if you guys want access to some extra privileged information, if you will, I would suggest going down to the comments section in some of these videos because it is on fire. It's pretty lit. So with that said, we're going to check out the comment section. I found out some pretty interesting information, and I must say I'm pretty shocked. Made my jaw hit the floor, and I was like, this ain't real. But they assure me that it's real. But again, you can only take what's in the comment sections with a grain of salt. So be sure to subscribe, like, share, follow, comment your thoughts and theories, and be sure to comment on other people's thoughts and theories. So first, Odd Z from A to Z, what do you think about at least 3 bodies being in the vehicle and that the recovery wasn't the actual CRV found? And then that's in the other footage. Remember, they said depending on what happens with LE, they have more to air. 20 replies. We're gonna go over that, but first I want to go over something else, okay? And we're gonna go over that in this same video, so it's like a twofer for you guys. Because I was gonna make it 2 videos, but I decided let's just combine these 2 little things since they're both comment section derived, right? Yes, definitely Children of God vibes. Check out Children of God cult, now known as the Family International, which is kind of weird because now they're also known as the Intercontinental. Worldwide Church of God. Wait, what is going on with all of this? The guy who shot up the Comet Ping Pong was involved with such a thing as well? Shut up, you are lying. Wow, tell me you are lying right now, LOL. Great info if you are correct. And that's what I was trying to sound like, so please forgive me. Sometimes I don't sound what I'm like in your head, you know what I'm saying, when you're reading it. So not a good sign. You wrote her right back and she ghosted you. For what it's worth, I haven't heard of that, but if it was true, and he does the if it was true in caps, and I agree, if that's true, that would be freaking amazing, and not in a good way. So yes, it's totally true. She proceeds, I'm sorry, I didn't ghost you, I fell back to sleep. I'll get the info for you. God give me a few minutes to wake up. And darling, you don't have to ever wake yourself up to come and for YouTube, you know what I mean? So anyway, the guy James Elephantis is a real winner. And she's responding to P.S. I promise I'm not lying. So hopefully she knows her stuff, because I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. There's lots of religions that have that, Church of God, all that stuff. So I apologize, I fell asleep is all. I wasn't trying to ghost you all. I'm telling you the truth. As I was deep dives researching all of that stuff, I have oodles of interesting little things in my head that make me know for a fact that what we are told can't be further from the truth. We are all nothing more than livestock to the folks who lurk in the shadows. So Mika Miltena, don't worry about it. It is super early. And I am about to go to bed, actually, LOL. I'm trying to finish this last video I have on deck. And then Mika Mitena is the carteller's name. So if you guys see her in the comment section, pat her on the back. At the Shady Lady. Shady Lady, you know the scoop, sister. I can hear it in your response. I spent hours, days, weeks deep into that filth. Chucks, I was map questing the sites and even linking some of it up to the Finders Club. Now, if you don't know what the Finders Club is, it's a group in Nebraska that was connected to the bank, I think, and politics, and actually got sued by a guy who was represented by a lady who was, some people thought she was involved with some of this traffic, let's just say. So Finder Club location. These people just, let's say they are not good people, and they're not. They would, well, go look up on the finders or the founders or whatever it's called. I think that's who she's referring to. If I'm not right, please correct me down in the comment section. Again, guys, go to the comment section. That's where all the fun, magical stuff is happening. I'm down there. I don't comment on everybody's comment. Even if I like their comment, I don't comment it, but I will put a heart on it and like actually hit the thumbs up on it. Doesn't, just to show that I read it. Doesn't necessarily mean or reflect that I agree with you. You get what I'm saying? Some of you, though, I surely do. Most of y'all, we're all kind of on the same page. So Worldwide Church of God isn't at all the same church as Children of God. This info was wrong info. I actually grew up going to Worldwide and to Squaw Valley as a kid every year for this Feast of Tabernacles, and I want to know more about this. And it was mostly church daily and meeting with other friends and doing fun stuff with the rest of the day. They are very conservative and Bible Christians. My parents were wrong, and nobody raises hand in air when praying. I can try to answer questions about it. It was a pretty good, wholesome way to grow up, and nothing at all to do with paganism at all. Exactly the opposite. Really couldn't get further away from this other Children of God cult. Church disbanded after Armstrong passed away, but there are smaller groups with other similar names. Worldwide had 3 beautiful colleges as well for many years. Their headquarters was in Pasadena, California, and they had a college in Big Sandy, Texas, and also one in England. They attended church on Saturdays and followed a lot of the same biblical principles as Judaism, though a Christian denomination. Some do feel it was a cult, but not at all in the same way as what the Children of God International thing appears to be, and that sounds like a pagan ritual sort of vibe going on, like we witnessed in the Celebration of Life video, etc., and the Wild Children. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. So Church of God kids were respectful, very clean cut, and not even allowed to party, etc. We would have been at a family dinner table after church, not drinking and dragging with 400 other kids. It was like growing up, Leave It to Beaver style, but in the 70s and 80s. But they have the Amish people. They got that one thing, Rompspring or whatever. I don't know how to say it, but it's where they can go kind of wild, buck wild for a week, a month before they decide to, join the Amish or go back, join the real world. You know what I'm saying? So what if that's something here during the Feast of the Tabernacle? Now, I have no idea what that even means, what it's about. So please comment down below if you can inform us or enlighten us a little bit. So anyway, let's continue. Mika Miltana continues, I'm out of town at a wedding and away from my technology, but I found out about him by going to his Facebook early on prior to it being privatized. He had some pretty strange pics, and what really got me was the Church of God stuff. When I was digging, it always goes straight to the granddads, though. That's where the programming in these families always starts. All of it got too dark. You really have to be mentally prepared to start digging in these cesspools, because that's exactly what they are. I'm starting to realize most of them don't know what's happening or what they're actually involved with. I'm seeing it very strong with the media folks and especially celebrities. That's very, very true. So in All-American Cartel LC presents, it all goes back to the pizza ghouls. I swear, man. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that whole little set of questions or comments. But now back to Odd Z from A to Z. What do you think about at least 3 bodies being in the vehicle and that the recovery wasn't the actual CRV found? What? And Cookie Therapy almost ruined it. He goes, I think you are making crap up. Stick to the facts. And I go, relax, Cookie. Don't you want to know why she has this theory? And then Reagan jumps in. I do, hand raised. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I mean, what? This is the first I've ever heard of anyone saying 3 bodies. It's kind of a bold claim there, Cookie. Don't you think? And then he or she ultimately agrees and says, okay, I do. So anyway, Odd Z from A to Z at Reagan, watching another channel studying the footage from AWP is looking like at least another body in the driver's back seat. So another channel she was watching, what she's trying to say, was saying that there was 3 bodies in there, and they were kind of showing it in their video and pointing out what they saw. So I go, okay, but why at least 3? And I think the reason I asked that is because it seemed like she was going or she said in one of her things that she could make out two of them or one person. So I was like, why are you saying three? If you can only make out one, and you know Kylie was in there as well, as far as like an extra besides Kylie, in other words, you know. So anyway, did you know or hear about the kayaker that went under the water and was never found the same day as Kylie, Rodney, and Truckee? Interesting theory. I only think one was there, or else why wouldn't AWP say anything? Now this is a little broken up. Hopefully you're following along, because I'm responding to multiple things, and sometimes when you post, anyway. And trust me, I like AWP, but they can get it too. LOL. Seriously though, I like the theory, but it needs more. And then yeah, so this is all broken apart, unfortunately. I might have to clean it up. I'm gonna try to get through it. Hopefully you guys are understanding. So because this is now my response, but it's for some reason minusing out. I don't know why YouTube does that. I gotta try to figure out how to make it to where it stops messing up my comment section sometimes. So well, damn, I'm glad I asked. LOL. See, Cookie, don't you feel silly now? Very creepy and very interesting theories I'm coming up with now, yeah, because of this information. Thanks. I'm making a video at the very moment. So they go, the channel member shows another, but I'm not. So this is her responding, right, to my Y3. So the channel member shows another, but I'm not so sure. And then Kylie, so that's at least 3. I just watched this and am gobsmacked. So please link us up next time so we can watch it with you. That'd be very helpful. But whatever, you know. Anyway, so also this from a Facebook group. Yes, she was discovered before the date that was announced. That's why the mom was eating out while the search by AWP was diving. Grandpa and even the dad's reaction was not such as shock. It was just part of the show for the dad to leave. Notice the times on the sonar monitor. It does not match up with the storyline being told by AWP. Doug even takes the time to mention that the viewer's support is the reason she was found at the exact time Nick announced to call the police. Doug was not excited at all when he said we have a car, like he normally does with other cases. It was never shown LE turning the car over or taking anything in the water in order to flip the vehicle. The vehicle we saw removed looked like it just came off a lot somewhere, and they broke the side mirror halfway off. Now, isn't that kind of odd? Like, it makes me think of, like, were they hoping to leave some bodies in the bottom of the river for the 17 years, right? And the 17, I don't know, what if this is some old school fucking death cult, you know what I mean, from the natives even. No debris leaves, nothing was stuck on that vehicle as it was coming out of the water. Surely somebody standing there would have told the lady turning the steering wheel and touching the vehicle hands off. They had to have known not to touch that vehicle. That's why I think Kylie's car had already been removed and the part they show the public was not her vehicle. Wow, man, that's a trip. I mean, great theory. Excellent theorizing, theorist. Those shields were not even on both sides of the vehicle, only on one side with huge gaps in between. It just doesn't make sense from start to finish. So it doesn't, and that's, like I said, great theorizing. Really gave me chills at points, because I'm starting to think, if there was 3 people in there, what if it was somebody was driving Kylie, 2 people from out of state, or 2 missing people? What if it was even, oh my god, I just thought of something. What if it was the 2 people that went missing with Kylie that were found next to a river, weren't they, and or out of their vehicles or whatever? The 2 Hispanic couples that went to the same car show as the mom. Man, this is getting crazy. So anyway, that's all I got for you. Comment down below what you guys are putting together. I really am interested in seeing what you guys have unfolded for yourselves and are willing to present to the cartel as a theory. So yeah, like, subscribe, share, follow, and as always, you guys know my routine. To God be the glory.